this is a guy that's been kind of floated out there. I feel like it's going to happen. We thought maybe it would happen on June 1st because of just the contract stuff, but that's Jalen Ramsey and all his cryptic tweets. I have Jalen Ramsey to the Cowboys. Talk about completing the narrative. This should have been their draft pick in 2016. Anyways, Ezekiel Elliott had a great, little career with the Cowboys, but still always felt like it should have been Jalen Ramsey. Much like Mac Jones could go into the 49ers this offseason. Let's just complete the circle that should have been completed years and years ago. But the Cowboys have $32 million in cap space. So they can afford the $20 million cap hit that Jalen Ramsey will have, which probably limits his suitors because that is expensive. And now that's what his contract is. But I think Ramsey's going to age well. So that's why I don't think, trading for a 30-year-old DB is always like, I think he ages well because I think he can play corner, he can play the slot, and I think he'll transition to safety as his career goes along. I think he's on that Charles Woodson career arc. But the guys they have right now, Deron Bland, who I think is best in the slot, can play outside, but now they have two options there. Dennis Allen does a lot with the slot guys. If you watch especially what he did last year with Kyler Gordon. Dennis Allen. Oh my God. Matt Eberflus does a lot with the slot guys. Dennis Allen replaced Matt Eberflus. But with the slot guys, just watch what he did with Kyler Gordon and just kind of weaponizing that spot like a lot of teams are doing. So whether it's Bland or Ramsey there, it's insurance for Trayvon Diggs coming back. I think I looked at their picks as well. That's how deep I went into it. They have 2 5th-rounders in 2026 because of a comp pick, because of Jordan Lewis signing to the Jags. They also have a 7th, which is probably what you would offer. Hey, Ramsey for a 7th? No. Ramsey for a 5th? Okay. I think that's kind of how the negotiation goes. So there's actually a path for this happening. It's not just me kind of going like, oh, I wish this would happen. And I also think it just makes sense. And I'm just continuing my bullishness on the Cowboys right now. And this would just add to it. And I think he'd just be a good fit for what they have right now. So Jalen Ramsey to the Cowboys. He has a few teams that are interesting, reuniting with the Rams is one. There's a few other ones out there. But yeah, Ramsey, Cowboys, complete it. Should have happened 10 years ago, which just might as well happen now. Matt, any thoughts on
10 years ago. Jesus.
9, whatever. Yeah. 2016 draft, man. Yeah. Long time ago. But maybe it's just me fan fictioning it. But actually, as I started picking at it, I was like, oh, actually, this is not a no. And they just trade for Pickens, and he's a former first rounder. We know the Cowboys like to acquire all these former first rounders, as Barnwell calls it, the second draft. This will make the 4th draft for Ramsey, apparently.
No, yeah, I like it. It's the one suggestion I've heard from him that's not like a team or a coach that he's played for previously, because I know there's like some Panthers fans that want them to get in the mix because Evero has ties to the Rams. Raheem Morris and the Falcons. That's been rumored, but yeah, this one makes sense, of course. And Trevon Diggs, he's not like rehabbing with the team, and I guess he's in danger of forfeiting $500,000 because of that, buddy, you might need that $500,000 because they might be trying to get out of that contract.
How many hours do you
soon.
need me to check in?
Yeah.
It counts 6 hours? Okay, we'll go to 6 hours and 1 minute.
Sounds great. I'll be there. But so that's obviously a position in flux for them. It's really the only area that's concerning about their defense is that secondary, because as long as Micah Parsons is there, they're going to be an above average defense at the worst. So this could be something that helps them there. And also on the safety point too, like he's not the guy that I went with for DB, but when we did our all average team, I actually thought like Malik Hooker might be like a perfect all average team safety that he's not the player that people want him to be when he was drafted in the first round many years ago, but he's turned into a nice starter for them. But he could be somebody that you want to upgrade on. So if Ramsey makes that transition, he could potentially look at that spot as well.
And I know Overshown got hurt. He was really coming along last season. They did sign Jack Sanborn, a former Badger. Eberflus probably favorite. And I actually kind of like that signing because I was, the Kenneth Murray's whatever. But I just started kind of going through the roster because I know we're getting more optimistic about the offense. But I was like, even the defense, they still, it depends whether one of these late round guys can really, or Solomon Thomas can shore up the middle because that's what they still need, because Maisie Smith hasn't been that. But if you look at all 3 levels, it's like, all right. I can squint and see this still being a good unit, or not I'm not saying top 10, but more of a top halves average to above average unit with Micah Parsons, with the ultimate ace and a decent pass rush with him. Fowler, Ezraku, Osa Odigizua, they got some heat that they can throw out some quarterbacks. So